Hello everybody, this is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie back again with another video, and this is a video where I want to open up about something that happened in my past. No, I'm not talking about the situation that happened to me, the SA situation that happened to me. I want to talk about, something that I know a lot of people may have gone through, their entire childhood, of feeling neglected by parents who should have loved them. I'm going to start out by saying this, and I think this would be a great opener for this video. My parents, well, I shouldn't even say my parents, but I don't have pictures of me graduated from primary school, and I don't have pictures from me graduating in high school. Now, the high school is a different case, but my parents weren't planning on coming anyway. I don't have pictures, like the pictures that I have from even gymnastics or even my accomplishments in karate. Those were all taken by the people, the friends that I made at the gym, or friends that showed up, or girls that I was dating at the time that showed up to take those pictures of my achievements. My parents weren't there, my family wasn't there. My brothers and sister, granted, I can understand, because no money was flowing, so where would they get the money to pay for their entrance into the competitions and stuff like that, whatever it is. That's another case. However, my other siblings, they have pictures of their graduations, they have pictures of anything that they've done. And still to now, I felt like my parents were extremely biased when it comes to which child they're gonna show their support to, with a lot of things. And I mean, I could talk about a lot of things, but this is what I want to talk about right now. Me not having pictures of me graduating from primary school, going into high school, and me not having pictures of me graduating from high school should tell you a lot about my life and where my parents were or what they were doing. I don't know how to feel about that other than hurt. Every time I talk about it, every time it comes across my mind, with my children, where I want to make sure I'm there for them so they don't have the feeling of isolation that I felt being in something that I would think is a great moment in my life all by myself. My pain was increased when I was leaving my graduation and I saw all the other parents. They're taking photos with their children and their certificates. And, it's just like, there was this one boy, and his father saw me, and his father called me over. And then while I was walking over to his father, because his father wanted me to take a picture with his son, his father looked at me and he said, his son looked at me and he said, not that boy, daddy, he's an idiot. And I felt so ashamed. So I just walked away. And, I wrote about that also in my book, about the shame I felt and the hurt and the pain I felt that was increased when I got home and saw my mother laying on the bed watching Days of Our Lives instead of being at my graduation. Only to tell a therapist that was talking to me years ago, because I had so much anger within me, only to tell a therapist years later that she doesn't remember why she couldn't be at the graduation. It was probably something important. I'll tell you this though, there's nothing on this earth that will ever be able to stop me from going to my children's graduation. Nothing at all that's gonna stop me from going to my children's graduation. Any crowning achievement moment, I will be there for my children. I started karate. Everybody in my house knew I was doing karate. And not one tournament that I have won, not one trophy that or medal that I achieved by getting my ass beat or beating asses did my parents ever show up to. And this was a weekend. You could have showed up. Most of our tournaments in Jamaica are held on a weekend. They didn't show up to any shit. Not one shit did they show up to. Neither mother nor father showed up. You understand? Right? Same thing with gymnastics. Everybody knew I was in gymnastics. I became so popular. Watch this. I became so popular in gymnastics that I started to get features on TV in Jamaica. I started to get articles written about me in Jamaica. Right? They didn't show up. So all the videos, like I have like couple videos from gymnastics. This was from my friend who had a camcorder that basically videotaped the competitions and stuff. And at that point in time, like it was you were mainly recording either on those micro cameras that had the SIM cards and stuff, and or a camcorder. But not one competition has my mother ever come to or my father. Right? But the minute I started to open up my gym in Jamaica by myself, with the money that I had saved up, with the money that they didn't even help me to save, everybody all of a sudden wanted to be a part of my growth. Everybody all of a sudden was coming out to the woodwork to try and help me when I've already done all the work. And then again, after the gym got destroyed, vandalized, the equipment got torn up. Right? Like I said before, one day I'm going to talk about it. But I know that the people who did it, they're still alive and they're running the organization now. So I don't want to talk about want to talk about what happened, what I know what happened, because I still have the email sent to me the night before my gym was broken into. Sent to me the night before they destroyed all my equipment that I worked hard to pay for. I did my best to distance myself from that organization. I did my best to distance myself from all the corruption. All this thing of knowing these people, knowing bad men and getting gangsters involved and things like that. I did my best to distance myself from that. And it still found its way to my gym. And hadn't I let it go, it would have been a different story in Jamaica with a lot of these people. Because there were a lot of people that wanted to do something about it. That was my money. I saved very hard for it. I had no insurance. I didn't borrow the money. So there was, and do you understand what I'm saying? So there was no backup. But anyway, back to the situation. So my parents neglected me. I felt like the black sheep of the family. Now everybody is always reaching. Like I said before, I don't want you guys to be mad or hate my parents, because right now we're at a relationship where we're talking. And that I'm at the point where, you know, I've forgiven them. But forgiveness doesn't mean that this doesn't hurt or that you've forgotten what they did. It just means you're not holding it against them. That's what forgiveness really means. That you're not holding what they did against them. You understand? So, all my siblings have pictures of everything. And I, for most of my life, from my teenage years started, have gotten my pictures from either, like I said, girlfriends that came to show up for me when I was doing like my competitions, and By the way, like especially in gymnastics, where at one point in time I was dating 2 girls at the same time, and these girls knew about each other. That's where I got like some of my photos from as well. So take from it what you will. This is the life of an athlete. Athletes do stuff like that. I don't know why, but we just do. I mean, maybe not all athletes, but I know I did. I know I did a lot of messed up stuff. Not drugs though. Drugs wasn't really a thing while I was training. Like nothing that we ever talked about. But the whole woman thing, oh my goodness. I hope you guys really take notes of what I'm saying. I hope you love your children. I hope you tell them every day that you love them, especially as a father. I hope you save up for them and pass down wealth onto them. I hope you show up for them for everything, man. It's not right what a lot of us black men go through. It's not right how we were treated growing up. It's not right that we weren't being properly taught or led. And it's not right that they threw us out into the sea and told us that we should learn how to swim. None of that was right. And it falls under the category of toxic masculinity. I don't want to hear this bullshit about how masculinity is toxic until you need it to save the world. As men will save the world regardless. We don't need certain toxic shit to save the world. You understand? If I have to fight for my family, I will go out and I will fight for my family. I don't give a shit about how these men, govern themselves and blah 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 blah. That ain't my problem, man. That ain't my problem. Anyway, just thought I would share that situation with you, because after what happened yesterday with my son, I'm heading off to work, but I don't know how I'm going to function. I'm going to try my best to function. And maybe I should have taken a day off, but I have a habit where it's like I'm a workaholic. I can't help it. We'll see what goes on. Anyway, people, enough love and respect. Shalom. I'm out.